Hey all, how's it going? So this one, as you can see from the title, is called John Fogerty, Live and Learn. For the first time in my professional career, I've left a gig. And I thought I would tell you guys about it because this has not been an easy situation for me. I had a lot of work booked for this year through this. I put a lot of work and effort into getting this right. But the situation was impossible mentally, and I think it would have become physically too, just from playing so loud, literally physically and volume-wise. So I decided to leave this behind, and I'm going to tell you some of the issues and what I learned from it. And, hopefully pass this on to you guys so you can maybe apply some of these things to your own situations if you ever find yourself dealing with a situation or an individual that it maybe doesn't seem to be adding up to you. I've worked with a lot of different people over the years in recording sessions and live. Normally, what I try to do is work with their personality, people who have different attitudes, just try to work around that. Just be as professional as you can be. People in different moods recognize that they're in a bad mood. Maybe, do what you can to just get through that hour or the day or that time period. And then there's something called moving the goal line, where, someone asks you to do something, you do that, and then the next day they're asking you to do something different. So you can never get to the place that they supposedly are asking you to get to. I've had people that maybe are not very good at explaining things, especially in a recording session, and they end up having to use kind of picturesque words or sing a beat or sing a feel. Or make a reference, go listen to something. All these things can be helpful. And I've dealt with a lot of people that do these things, and you always find a common ground to get the end result the way they want it. But then sometimes you start to realize that it's not going to matter what you do. This person will not be pleased because you're not the person they're looking for. Okay? Every musician has a strength. Every musician is bringing something to the table. And in this situation, for the first 4 days, what I brought to the table was being valued. It was being used, and it was constructive. And when we got into a larger volume space, more of the live setting as opposed to rehearsal, it all turned on a dime. And what I did normally was I was trying to be molded into something that I'm not. Not the kind of player that I am. And the things that I bring as a strength were being thrown out the window. So my typical way to deal with situations and or a person that may be difficult is just to be calm, listen, and do what they ask. This usually keeps recording sessions or live situations, rehearsals, whatever it may be. Listen, say okay, try to implement what they're asking, and things will move forward. Some people have little regard for process. In this case, he's been playing these tunes for 50 years, some of them literally for 50 years, 30 years. Most of these tunes had been around for a very long time. And, someone who's been on the gig for 6 to 10 days, is going to be working through, trying to get to that level that person's at. And that, obviously, that takes time. That seems quite logical in my mind. But some people have no patience. So the environment starts to become toxic. And sometimes physically and mentally, what can be better for you is to remove yourself from the situation. So if what you do is going to be thrown out the window and you cannot bring value to a certain situation the way somebody wants to hear it, sometimes it's better not to be involved. As hard as that is, again, it's something that I have never done until this point in my career. 23 years of being a professional musician in LA. It's something I've never done, but this was going south very fast. So let me talk about a couple positive things I'm taking from this. Um, One, I get to be home back with my family and recording, which is what I love to do the most. Uh, Two, I've met some new musicians. They were all very cool people. I will reconnect with them, and my circle is bigger because of that. Three, sometimes when you observe the wrong thing, the way people do things wrong, you can take that and learn from it, so you don't repeat those same actions. So that's what I'm going to take from this. I saw some things where the way people were treated. I saw some things where there's a cloud hanging over an environment where people walk on eggshells. People are afraid for their jobs, and they're taking verbal abuse in a way that shouldn't really, no one should take. So, that's what I have to say. It's very unfortunate. It's not the way I wanted this to go. But once the sting of all this goes away and I get back into my routine, I know it's a way better move. And that's where I'm at. So I just thought I'd share this with you guys, because it's not easy, and sometimes we come across things in life, whether it's musical or personal, and it's just we just move on, and try to be strong and learn and grow from it. So that's it. I'm gonna get back on track with you guys. I'm gonna make up some lessons here because I know I've missed a handful, and just really get back on pace here. I look forward to being back to be able to do this and get back to where we were. All right, hope everybody's good. And you know what? Here's a few clips of the one show that I played, and you can check them out. All right, take care.